The governor of Puerto Rico is warning residents that Hurricane Maria is unlike anything the island has seen before, and the only focus now is saving lives. Hurricane Maria has now strengthened to a Category 5 and has a lot of the same islands in its sights that just got devastated by Hurricane Irma. Meteorologist Allison Chinchar joins us from the Weather Center with the latest. What do we know about this? Where's it heading?
It's really within about an hour. We expect this to make landfall over Dominica. Winds right now 160 miles per hour as it edges closer to the island. But we've got the latest information that has just come to us from the hurricane hunters. They had their last mission that they just sent out, the reconnaissance flight. And this is where we got that wind measurement of 160 miles per hour. And by the way, a huge pressure drop down to 928 millibars. Again, I know that may not necessarily mean anything in terms of the number itself, but that's a good sign that the storm is continuing to strengthen. This is the track, again, going to cross over Dominica here within the hour, then make its way towards the Virgin Islands, then towards Puerto Rico, then off to Dominican Republic and the Turks and Caicos. The thing is, it is expected to remain a Category 5 as it hits Puerto Rico.
And the trajectory of Maria, I mean, how does it compare to the path that Hurricane Irma took?
Yeah, so that's a good question because they're similar but not exactly the same. Here's a look. This yellow line right here, that was Irma's path. The red is Maria. So you can see it's starting off initially a little bit further south. They will line up close to the Dominican Republic, and then Maria will actually end up pushing a little bit further north. The models are in pretty good agreement right now that Maria is going to hit over Puerto Rico, but it's after that that they really start to separate. The blue is the European model that you can see spins out to the Atlantic. The GFS, or the American model, heads back towards the U.S., but not in the same way that Irma did. This high pressure here is what's steering Maria. If it holds where it is, it will wrap back around in a clockwise motion around that high out over open water. The American model is banking, Anderson, that high begins to shift to the west. That's what would veer it over towards the U.S. The thing at this point is you're talking still 7 days out, and a lot can change in that time frame.
Allison, we'll keep watching it. Thanks very much. To underscore, Dominica is about to get hit. Just before airtime, I spoke with a man, John Tahungal, who is riding it out on the island. John, first of all, where are you and what are conditions like right now?
It is actually unsafe to step out of the door. There are things flying about in the air, so debris is kind of in the air, you know, small pieces of paper and I guess small rocks. We lost power about 40 minutes ago. There are buildings that have their own backup generators, but for most of the natives here, that's really not an option. The winds are howling. I'm not sure if you can hear that in the background, and there's heavy, heavy rain.
Are you in your own house?
I'm in my own apartment. Yes, we're all a bunch of almost 500 medical students attending the Ross Medical University here on the island. Predominantly, all of us are basically American or Canadian, maybe a little bit of, you know, international students, but yeah, we're all scattered around the university, close to campus.
Do you have supplies for the next couple of days?
We don't think we'll have power for the next couple of days. The campus will have power, but I don't think the rest of the city, or possibly the rest of the island, may not have power for the next couple of days.
But do you have food and water stored up?
Yes, the university, you know, warned us well in advance, so I've completely stocked up. Everyone's stocked up on water, non-perishable food items, and things of that nature.
Have you seen, just in preparation for this, have you seen people boarding up their houses, businesses boarding up, and does it seem like the island is ready for this?
Well, yes, because they had a tough time 2 years ago when Erica hit them. They didn't have, that was supposed to be a tropical storm, but it actually hit like a hurricane, and they didn't have power for almost 2 weeks and no running water. So, yeah, the businesses have shut down. They have boarded up everything, and they're waiting to see what happens tonight.
And how do you feel?
I'm okay. I'm just sitting at home, you know, reading my lectures, waiting for the wind to kind of die down.
Well, you've got a couple hours ahead of you, no doubt. John Tahungal, appreciate you talking to us, and we'll check in with you later. Thank you.
No problem. Have a good day.